I keep disappearing, but I'm back. I've had a really rough week, like a really, really rough week. Those of you who follow my social media know the shit that went down on Monday, but that was just one piece. That was what it all built up to ultimately. You can see my face is all broken out from stress now, but yeah. So basically, let's backpedal a bit. So about a week before last Monday, like probably last Monday, not this week's Monday, but last Monday, was the sale of my dad's and my uncle's apartment complex that they co-owned. It's been in our family, it's the family business for 50 years this year, actually, and even though it's on a milestone year, this is the year they decided to sell it and reinvest in something else. They're buying a fucking Walgreens in Georgia. God, I don't know. Supposedly they're gonna make more money at that. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, that's neither here nor there. They've been talking about doing this for months on end. They've been working at it for months on end. Finally closed on Monday. They had to hand over the keys. That was that. And I think it hit my dad like a ton of bricks. Most of you know my dad's an alcoholic. A pretty bad alcoholic. I can't even think straight because I haven't slept much. As you can tell by these lovely bags. Yeah, so anyway, pretty much he came home from work with a bottle of Sky vodka. I knew this was going to be all bad the second I saw that bottle. I pretty much pleaded with him not to make this his new go-to thing instead of going to work, and he said, "Oh, I'm just doing it tonight, celebratory, blah blah blah." I was like, okay, I can't really control what you do, so just be safe. Yeah, there is no such thing as safe with him. So basically, he binged all night, and he went through that whole bottle in like a 24-hour span. Lovely. So then he passed out for a while, and he went out and he bought another bottle. And he kept doing this day in, day out, and was getting more and more progressively fucked up till Friday, when he started having weird dreams about my grandma coming to him and claiming that she's preparing his room for him in heaven. Oh boy! Great! We kind of thought he was just drunk babbling at that point, but who the fuck even knows? I'm starting to think he was possibly right. Saturday rolls around, and he's all sorts of puffy in the face, in his hands, just puffy. Still didn't slow him down. Actually, he started drinking that much more. He started cruising around like a friggin' zombie. He could barely walk a straight line, yet still could miraculously get in the car and drive to the liquor store and buy another bottle. Yeah, I am the first one to point out he should not have been behind that wheel. He did not get a DUI. He did not hit anybody before you think this is where the story's going. Actually, nothing ended up happening behind the wheel miraculously. I don't know how, but yeah, so that's not what happened. He came home and drank himself into a further stupor. And then he was talking about how Kimmy should just, like, take his ass out, and how he's suicidal and wants to die, and this, that, and the other. It's like, oh my god. We kind of honestly thought he was still just drunk babbling, because he does that. But at the same time, it's like, well, he just sold off the apartment house, and now he doesn't have to, like, go there and do stuff every day. He kind of has nothing to do all day. He's probably feeling like, oh shit, what have I done? Yeah, as it turns out, he has a shit ton of guilt about selling it because he feels personally responsible for all the people that live there, and suddenly he can't help them. That's another story for another day. But anyway, so Sunday rolls around. I was sick as a dog on Sunday because, oh, lo and behold, the universe decided to give me the Valentine's gift of a sinus infection. Fucking joy. I am so damn prone to them, and yet at the same time, that's probably a record for me of the longest I've ever gone without having one. I think I made it to 8, maybe 9 months longest time without having one, possibly. I'd have to go look in the vlogs and see when the last one was, but yeah, I actually made it a really long time without getting one. I made it nearly a year. That's unheard of for me. I usually get them every 2 or 3 months. I'm probably gonna have to have sinus surgery at some point to fix whatever the fuck's wrong in there. But anyway, yeah, so I was kind of out of commission all of Sunday. It was all fevery and just stayed in bed. I was conscious long enough to watch like 2 movies and just like passed right the fuck back out, and that was that. I think I was on Skype for a tiny bit, I think that was Sunday. That's how jacked up I was. I can't even remember if that was Sunday or not. Yeah, so that was Sunday. I have no idea what all went down with Dad. I'm told that it was more of the same. I didn't witness it firsthand. This brings us to Monday, when the shit hit the fan. So he wakes up, and he's going on to my nephews and my niece about how he's convinced he's not going to live through the night tonight, and how don't be sad for him, they're going to go on to have great lives and be such happy people, and this, that, and the other, and oh, he fucked up his own life so bad, and was just like going on and on and on with this thing, and I overheard some of it. It was not pretty. I wasn't really sure why he was going there. I really didn't know what was going on either. And I figured he'd already probably hit the bottle again already this early in the morning. This was probably around, I want to say 9, 10 in the morning at most. So that was that, and he's doing that. I know at some point he went out, got another fucking bottle of that shit. We're not talking the little ones, by the way. I'm talking the big-ass bottles of vodka. I'd also like to point out, prior to this, he hadn't really been drinking ever since his hospitalization in November. So he went literally from 0 to binging on vodka while on medication now. Fucking genius, am I right? Okay. So, somewhere in there, he starts going on again to my sister, not to Kimmy this time, to my other sister, about how he thinks he's gonna die, and something about suicidal again, and as it turns out, he was literally trying to drink himself to death, we found out. Cute! But, yeah, he didn't bother telling anybody this, he didn't bother asking for help or anything, but I should also point out, by Monday, he was so puffy, he couldn't open his fucking eyes barely. So how the hell he made it from here to the liquor store and back without getting into a wreck? Beyond me! Probably because he's just so in the habit of that route daily, sometimes multiple times daily, that I don't even know. I guess it's like muscle memory thing. I don't even fucking know, but as I'm told, he couldn't see 10 feet in front of his face. So, between that point and 2 in the afternoon, he managed to down that entire bottle except for maybe this much in the bottom of the bottle. That's a crap ton of vodka, I should point out. Vodka's one of the most potent liquors you can possibly drink. Next thing we know, he's on the back patio porch step. He's sitting there with a jar of peanut butter, of all things, eating it with a butter knife. God knows why. And all of a sudden, he's having trouble breathing, and he clutches at his chest and goes, "This is it!" And he fell over. And we thought he was just being dramatic or something and fucking around. My sister went over there to check on him. He wasn't freaking breathing. So she called 911, and in between her calling 911 and when the medics got there, he had kind of woken back up and passed out and stopped breathing again 2 more times before I came downstairs, and then one of the times when he was still, I hate to use the term awake because he really wasn't awake, but I was trying to ask him what the fuck was happening, and please don't die. And he managed to blur it out. It hurts like hell to come back. And it looked like he was going to say something else, and his head flopped to the side again. and he wasn't breathing again, and there was no pulse in his neck. Thank God that was the moment that the paramedics got there. And yet, somehow, he went from that to conscious again. I don't freaking know. It, like, defies logic, if you ask me. I don't know. They didn't even get to the point of resuscitating him. They were getting the stuff out of their kit. And he's, like, sitting up and yelling at them and cursing at them and telling him that he doesn't need to go to the place and do the thing. His words. And, oh god, one gem out of his mouth. I'm fine, I'm just drunk. I'm drunk, but I haven't been drinking. You're drunk, but you haven't been drinking. Really? Fucking really. Just, there was so many things like that came out of his mouth. I wish I had hit record on here. Not for you to, I'm sorry, I would not put this up in a million years for you guys, but just so I could show him later, this is what the booze does to you. Do you see this? These are words coming out of your mouth, because we can tell him that he said this shit. He never believes us that he ever said any of these things. He blackout drinks. He gets to the point where he doesn't remember any of it. So, there was just a crap ton of stuff spewing from his mouth like that, intermittently falling back over, not breathing again, and then popping back up like fucking Superman here. It's like, what the hell? This is probably one of the most bizarre things I've ever witnessed, both because it defied logic and just the sheer what the fuckery of it all, and oh my god. So, needless to say, they did end up taking him to the hospital. Apparently his heart stopped twice on the way to the hospital, I'm told. And they did keep him there all day. Lo and behold, he had alcohol poisoning. Is a single person here surprised by this? I'm not! Like, freaking really, what did you think was gonna happen? You're sitting there downing bottle after bottle after bottle of fucking vodka. What do you think is gonna happen? Freaking rocket science here. Like, okay, for those of you who are too young to drink, here's how blood alcohol content works. It does not just leave your system immediately when you stop drinking. No. It stays there for a while. It takes like an hour for it to come down a bit, and another hour for it to come down another slot, and it takes a while for it to go back down. Now, while it's doing that, if you're continuing to put more liquor in on top of that, it's never going to go down, it's going to rise higher and higher, because now you not only have this from over here, you have this much more you just threw on top of it, and lo and behold, you're still not done, you're throwing in this much more on top of that. You basically don't have a chance if you're trying to binge drink. So that's what he did, basically nonstop all week until his body hit a fucking breaking point. As it turns out, that is why he was so puffy. I apparently have never witnessed alcohol poisoning to this extent before. It was scary as hell. He registered at a 4 on the breathalyzer thing. Let me put this into perspective. I hate that I keep using John Bonham as my example here, but John Bonham was the drummer from Led Zeppelin, you know, the one that was so drunk that he choked to death on his own vomit. His blood alcohol content was 0.337 at the time of his death. My dad was at a 0.4. Let that sink in. Most people don't even get that high before they die of alcohol poisoning. So, basically, the only thing that saved his ass is that he's a big guy. So, if he had been a smaller person, he would have been gone. I mean, as you see, it almost took his ass out as it was, but yeah. So, there's that. And it's just all sorts of bad, obviously. For some unknown fucking reason, they ended up letting him go home the same night. What about as expected? Personally, I wouldn't let somebody go home if I were the professionals there with somebody who not only had alcohol poisoning and was still coming down from it, but was admitting that they were trying to kill themselves through drinking. Wouldn't you throw their ass in a psych ward or something, if nothing else? Rehab? I don't know, fucking somewhere? No, let's just send him home. He'll probably be fine. Probably. Unless he's not. Thanks for fucking nothing. Oh my gosh, I really have to question the medical system sometimes. I don't know if it's an insurance thing. I don't know if it's because it was a holiday weekend and there was a crap ton of people in the ER. I don't know what their deal was. Normally, I don't believe they'd send somebody home after something like that quickly. But yeah, by like 9 o'clock at night, he comes strolling through the door like nothing ever fucking happened. I'm like, are you serious right now? Are you freaking serious right now? Like, I'm glad that you seem to be okay, but really? Like, you came this close to dying on that back porch step and they sent your ass home after all this? But yeah, so basically nothing we can say or do can talk him into going to rehab, can talk him into going to AA, can talk him into going to therapy. It's just a clusterfuck of bad. So, don't really know what's gonna happen there. Hopefully he won't die. That's basically my main concern here, is just, can you please not die? That'd be great. All I can do is laugh, because if I don't laugh, I'll cry. So, I know, it's inappropriate. I should not be laughing. I have a nervous laugh. When I am nervous, I laugh so that I don't burst into tears. So, in case any of you are curious, coping mechanisms for the win. Anyway, yeah, so keep in mind, I am still trying to get over this fucking sinus infection, but compared to that, it pales in comparison so much to where it's like, well, Jesus fucking Christ, I better just suck this up, because this is like nothing by comparison to that. But yeah, so, I mean, luckily for me, it just seemed to be the one day that I was really bad with it, but yeah, I was not expecting to have to deal with that the very next day, you know? It's just all bad. Don't really know what the hell to do for him, given that, like I said, he won't go to rehab, he won't go to therapy, he won't go to AA, and he doesn't believe he has a problem. That is the kicker. He is that hardcore in denial, he does not believe he has a fucking problem. Yeah. One of those kind of drunks. So, basically all one can do is just hope for the best, because as much as you want to be able to help a person, ultimately, unless they want to change it, you can't change another person for them, you can't cure them, you can't fix them. I mean, you can step in and not let them kill themselves, but other than that, not a whole fuck ton you can do, otherwise it qualifies as enabling, so that's bad too, so pretty much have to stand back and let him try to figure it out his own damn self, and hope that that was him hitting bottom, and maybe he'll figure it out. Seems like the longest he ever lasts is like a month clean before he goes back to the bottle. He made a little bit longer than a month this time, but not by much. Boy, it's all bad, and been so stressed out over trying to figure out what the fuck are we gonna do if he pulls another stunt like this and succeeds. So, I haven't really been sleeping, as you can tell. I mean, I know I'm Italian and tend to have dark under-eye bags anyway, but they're ridiculous right now, both because I'm sick and because I have not been sleeping. Genius! I think the last time I really slept properly was all of Sunday, when I kept falling asleep and napping throughout the day, so not very helpful. Given he is at home and seemingly okay now and hasn't drank since he's been home, you'd think my nervous system would calm the fuck down enough to let me sleep, but it hasn't happened yet. So, today's the first day that I've really eaten anything since all that, 'cause the day it was going on, I couldn't eat a damn thing, because I probably would have come straight back up if I'd even tried to. Yesterday, my stomach was still in knots, so just a little bit ago before I start filming this, I think it was the first thing I've eaten since oh yeah, Sunday! Which, actually, no. I don't think I ate on Sunday, so Saturday! Oh boy! No wonder I'm sick. I don't know. But yeah, it just has been a fucking mess. Hopefully that was the worst of it. I'm really hoping things just get better now. I mean, I am so freaking worn out from all the drama of all the things that have been back to back to back to back. I thought we finally got a break. I mean, we got a little bit of a break after the thing with my cousin between that and this, but good God, it only lasted like a month before this happened between that and this. That just, oh, come on, we need more of a break than that. Like, can't all the things just be good for a while and just not dramatic? Is that too much to ask for in this family? Like, really? Is that so much to fucking ask for? Apparently it is. But yeah. So, that's about all I really have to say there. I keep falling further and further behind in my YouTube filming schedule of things that I've wanted to film and put up for you guys, and then something happens, or I miss a day and I throw the whole thing off, and then I have to reschedule the whole thing, and just, it's so freaking jacked up of where I wanted everything to fall. I thought I had it all perfectly aligned, and then life happened, so that's a thing. So, I still have, good God, I still have birthday haul to post from last month. Yeah, it's like halfway into February. My birthday was on January 7th. That just, yeah, that's how far behind I am. So I have that to post. I have the Bath & Body Works haul to post. I have a Jamberry haul to post. I have my lip balm collective haul to post, which at this point, Jesus H. Christ, there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 boxes of lip balms I have bought since compiling the ones for this haul, because I meant to do one back in frigging November, okay, and then it didn't happen, so I thought I was gonna do a collective haul in December, and then I didn't get around to making it, so okay, this is getting to be a lot of stuff, and then I went on my batshit insane buying spree last month, and now I just have a crap ton of things to show you guys that I bought, and totally bought some more that are on their way. Yeah, may have a small problem. I don't view it as a problem, so it's a problem, I know. But if I didn't buy them, I wouldn't have stuff to make this channel. So I keep buying things because you guys keep suggesting things for me to review that I don't have on hand, so I buy them. But then I want to do a haul because I bought a lot of things at one time, so then I need to do one, and then I don't do it, and then I buy more things, and I'm like, so I'm gonna do this haul, and then I don't do the haul yet, and then I buy more things. You can see where this is a vicious cycle, right? Yeah? Okay. So, yeah, it's not a matter of buying things just for the sake of buying things. I have every intention of using them and reviewing them. I just wanted to do a haul with them first, but I've been so far behind in things that I have not yet gotten to do the haul, and at this point it's getting to the point of ridiculousness of how much I'm gonna be able to show you guys. The stuff I have just for this haul alone is probably more than some people's entire lip balm collections combined are. It's crazy. And I'm going to be completely frank with you guys. Probably not slowing down with it either. So, yeah. I am my own worst enemy for why I never have money. So, on top of which, yeah, you see this stack of Jamberries that I bought? $90 worth right there. On top of that, I bought a TV. So another 100-something right there. Did I mention that my Etsy sales are very slow right now, and I have not exactly been replenishing the money I've been spending? Yeah, hopefully those will pick up and make up for me being a batshit insane shopaholic who has been buying things so as to not have to deal with emotional crap going on. Yeah, it sounds a lot more batshit insane when I look at it that way. But again, probably not gonna do anything differently. So anyway, and the worst part, I feel like I still have another haul on top of that that's on the document on my computer for my scheduled stuff. I'm trying to remember what it is now, because I see like certain things are like right in front of me over here, but then other ones aren't, so I'm like, I could swear there was another one, but I don't remember what it is. I don't know. So there's that. But yeah, I will do my darndest to get back into the normal swing of things, even though I am sick, because ultimately, I'm not that sick right now. So, I mean, I have a sore throat, a fucked up sinus situation here, but ultimately, I'm not that sick. As long as this doesn't... Hold on a minute. So, you may have noticed the slight time lapse between where I stopped to answer the door and now. Because, dumbass me, I went and got my mail and came back in here, totally forgot that I left this on and meant to come back and finish filming, and I ran the battery dead on my iPod because it was just sitting there with the screen still up for the camera on, and yeah. So, I backed the video up to see what train of thought I was even on at that point, and I didn't have much more to go anyway, but I was basically just saying that I'm still sick, but I'm not that sick, so as long as it doesn't turn into bronchitis like my sinus infections often do, I should be good to go. So far, knock on wood, seem to not have that issue yet anyway. No guarantees, though, but yeah, so that's what's been up with me. Did I miss anything good while I was gone, though, from YouTube, since I kept checking in periodically, but I don't feel like I kept up with much anybody. What can you do, right? I tried to keep up on Instagram, but after the shit with my dad, I kind of fell off the face of social media for a day or two there. So, yeah, I feel like I've probably missed a lot. So if there's anything cool that happened, let me know. Or anything interesting in general that you want to share with me, go ahead and leave that in the comments. Or even if you just feel like leaving me a comment to cheer me up, I am definitely all for that. So, yeah, I did not mean to get all distracted from answering that door till now, because otherwise I had another video I was gonna film and upload today, but now it's nighttime. By the time this one finishes uploading, even if I film another one tonight, there's no way that they'll both upload tonight, so what can you do? So I guess that means this won't go up tonight, and then I'll upload the other one tomorrow, or other ones, I don't know. We'll see how tomorrow goes. Hopefully better than this past week has gone is all I can say. So, anyway, that's about all for now. So yeah. Hopefully you guys' past week has been better than mine was, because as you guys heard, mine has kind of been shit. So yeah, I'm really hoping that everybody had a much better week than I did, because it was not a good week. But here's hoping that this week and all the weeks in the upcoming future are hopefully much better than last week was.